Joining us now, Congressman Sean Duffy from Wisconsin. There's more to that article than just that headline. It goes on to describe a phone call between the two on August the 9th, which developed into a profane shouting match. You can't tell me that this does any good to the president's agenda going forward. He needs the Republican Party. He needs Republican senators to get that agenda through.
Well, the Republican Congress needs a Republican president. So I read the same article, Stuart, and it's reporting on a little bit of tension between Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump. I think it would behoove both men if they would stop the sniping at each other, whether it's even in private, because you know there's leaks all over on both of these teams. And we just got back to focusing on our agenda. Yeah, we have some problems getting our agenda through the Senate.
Sean, I hate to interrupt you. I'm sorry to do this, Sean, but, you know, last night at the speech in Arizona, the president went right after two Republican senators, John McCain, Jeff Flake, both from Arizona. He didn't name them, but he went right after them. That's further division between the president and the Republicans he needs for his agenda.
Well, listen, I think that I haven't seen polling, but I would imagine that Donald Trump is more popular in Arizona than these two senators, especially with the Republican base. But my point was going to be Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, and Donald Trump. They all have the same agenda. We're all trying to get health care done, taxes done, infrastructure, rollback regulation. The agenda is the same, which is actually a really good place for the Republican Party to be in. Now, there's problems with a few senators in the Senate, and he's calling out a few of them. And I think what he's trying to do is not be the bully, but he's trying to point out to their bases in their home states that these senators have to get on board with not just the president's agenda. This is an agenda that these senators, they've publicly said they agree with. They've campaigned on them. They have to be called out to make sure they come back into the fold and work harder to pass health care and pass tax reform. Okay. And the president's trying to apply a little bit of public pressure.
Now, also last night, the president threatened that he would shut down the government if the border wall does not receive funding. Roll that tape, please.
We are building a wall on the southern border, which is absolutely necessary. Build that wall. Now, the obstructionist Democrats would like us not to do it, but believe me, if we have to close down our government, we're building that wall.
We have to close down that government, we're building that wall. You close down the government, and that's another impediment to tax cuts, tax reform, isn't it?
Well, yeah, government shutdowns are never good. I think the president was misguided in that quote, in that it won't be Republicans who shut the government down. It'll be Democrats who are unwilling to go with the president, who won a presidential race talking about how we're going to build a wall and secure the border. And by the way, Stuart, back in the mid-2000s, you had Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and Chuck Schumer all vote to build a wall on the southern border. But now, because it's just an obstruct Trump at all costs movement in the Democrat socialist wing of their party, they can't join him with what they agreed with 10 years ago, which is border security. So if the government gets shut down over a border wall, it's going to be the Democrats who shut it down, not Republicans. But government shutdowns, I don't think, bode well for getting us back into legislative wins like what you mentioned, tax reform, and getting health care back on the agenda.
Okay. Sean Duffy, Congressman of Wisconsin, I believe. Thanks for joining us, sir. We'll see when Foxconn arrives in Wisconsin. That should be good. Okay. All right, Sean.
It'll be a good thing. Yeah.